I get it. You scroll through endless listings of retro arcade cabinets, all flashing neon and promises of endless fun, and you picture your living room turning into a mini arcade. Then the box arrives, you plug it in, and the excitement fizzles because the machine either looks cheap, the controls feel off, or the game selection is a disappointment. That's the exact scenario I wanted to avoid for you, so I dug into the details, watched a handful of unboxing videos, and thought through what everyday use actually looks like before I hit record. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Namco Pac-Man Pixel Bash arcade game machine with chill cabinet is trying to be the sweet spot between a nostalgic blast from the past and a functional piece of furniture you can actually put in a family room. It's not a full-blown commercial-grade cabinet, but it does promise a sturdy upright design, 32 officially licensed classic games, and a built-in beverage cooler that's supposed to keep your soda chilled while you chase that last ghost. First off, who should actually consider this thing? If you grew up on Pac-Man, Galaga, and Dig Dug and you love the idea of having a dedicated console that you can walk up to, drop a coin-sized token, or just press the start button, this is a solid candidate. It works especially well in homes where you already have a game night routine. Think a basement rec room, a garage that doubles as a hobby space, or even an office break area that could use a little personality boost. It also fits nicely in a kid's birthday party setting. The built-in cooler means you can stash juice boxes right inside the cabinet, and the familiar arcade sounds keep the little ones entertained without you needing a separate snack table. On the flip side, if you're looking for a modern gaming experience, a machine that can stream your own ROMs, or something that packs a huge library of titles, you'll probably feel shortchanged. The game list is locked at 32 classic titles, which is great for a quick nostalgic hit, but not enough if you want variety night after night. And if you live in a tight apartment, the cabinet's upright footprint, roughly the size of a small refrigerator, can be a real space hog. You'll need a dedicated wall or a sturdy floor spot, plus a power outlet that can handle the unit's draw without tripping a breaker. Now, let's talk about what actually works well once you've got it set up. The first thing I noticed in the videos is how the cabinet feels surprisingly solid. The sides are reinforced, and the joystick and buttons have a weight to them that mimics the feel of an original arcade machine, not the cheap plastic clickers you see on many home versions. That tactile quality makes a big difference when you're playing a fast-paced game like Galaga. The controls respond instantly, and the button travel is just enough to give you confidence without being mushy. The built-in cooler is the feature that sets this model apart from the typical just-a-cabinet crowd. It's a small insulated compartment that sits right beneath the control panel, so you can slide in a couple of cans or a bottle of water. In practice, it stays cool for a reasonable amount of time, especially if you're not constantly opening the door. For a game night that lasts an hour or two, it's a convenient way to keep drinks from warming up, and it eliminates the need for a separate mini fridge in the room. I could see this being a real win in a home theater setup where you want everything streamlined. There are, however, a few practical drawbacks you need to weigh. The biggest is the limited warranty, just 60 days from the manufacturer. That's a pretty short safety net for an electronic piece that sits on the floor and gets moved around. If something goes wrong after the first month, you'll be on your own or have to push through the return process with Amazon. Also, the cooler, while clever, isn't a powerhouse. It can hold a few drinks, but if you're hosting a larger gathering, you'll quickly find you need a separate fridge anyway. And because the machine is always on standby, it does draw a constant trickle of power, which could add a few extra dollars to your electric bill over time. Another thing that came up while watching user setups is the need for a stable power source. The cabinet runs on standard AC, but the cord is on the back of the unit, which can make plugging it in a little awkward if your wall outlet isn't conveniently placed. You'll probably want to plan the placement ahead of time, maybe even run a short extension cord that can be hidden behind furniture to keep the look tidy. So, where does the value actually sit? If you compare this to buying a full-size arcade cabinet that can cost several $100s plus shipping, the Pac-Man Pixel Bash is a more affordable entry point.